Have you ever noticed that the days you do the absolute least leave you feeling more exhausted? You take a weekend off to supposedly recharge, but you stay on the couch, barely leave your room, scroll through your phone, and move as little as humanly possible. By 4 p.m. a strange heaviness sets in. Your brain feels foggy, your body feels like lead, and even walking into the kitchen to grab a glass of water feels like climbing a mountain. Your instant reaction is to think, I must be burnt out, I need more rest. So you lie back down, you stay still, and somehow you end up even more drained than you were before. Here's the psychological paradox that most men completely misunderstand. That heaviness isn't your body asking for rest. It's your body suffocating from a lack of momentum. We've been sold a massive lie about energy. We've been conditioned to think that energy is like a battery, that if you use it, you lose it, and if you stay still, you save it. In reality, human energy doesn't work like a static battery. It operates like a generator. It doesn't store energy until you move. It creates energy because you move. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Alex, and my absolute mission is to bring back a generation closer to the gentleman standard. If you've been following me over on Instagram, Alex Gavin, or on Gents Circle, you know I've been breaking down personal growth, social dynamics, and modern chivalry for a long time. And if you want to take this journey deeper, we have our school community, a place where gents gather together, keep each other accountable, and work every single day to actually reach the gentleman standard. The link to join us is right down in the description. Now in this video, we're breaking down the science of low energy, why modern comfort is destroying your physical frame, and how to build an unshakable daily stamina. Let's dive in. There's a fundamental law in physics that applies directly to human behavior. Newton's first law of motion. An object at rest stays at rest, and an object in motion stays in motion. When you spend hours in a state of physical stillness, your body begins to downregulate your entire physiological system. Your heart rate drops to a baseline crawl. Your blood circulation slows down. Oxygen delivery to your brain drops. Your lymphatic system, which relies entirely on muscle contraction to flush out metabolic waste, comes to a complete standstill. Your body is a hyper-adaptive machine. When you give it zero physical stimulus, it assumes you are in a biological winter. It slows down your metabolism, dulls your cognitive function, and makes you feel tired to conserve resources you aren't using. You aren't depleted, you are simply stagnant. This isn't just a motivational concept, it's a cold, hard biological fact. Researchers at the University of Georgia conducted a massive meta-analysis reviewing 70 separate clinical studies involving over 6,800 people suffering from persistent fatigue. They wanted to see what actually solved chronic exhaustion. The results were startling. Over 90% of the studies showed that sedentary people who started a regular, low-intensity movement routine reported significant reductions in fatigue compared to control groups. In fact, light, consistent physical activity proved to be more effective at eliminating low energy than standard fatigue medication. Movement beat the drug. A gentleman does not wait to feel energetic before he acts. He acts and allows the physical momentum to generate the energy. When you feel flat, drained, and heavy, lying down is the absolute worst strategic decision you can make. What your system actually needs is a stimulus to turn the generator back on. Let's connect this back to how you carry yourself as a gentleman. A lower value mindset is completely dictated by temporary feelings. I don't feel like working out, so I'll skip it. I feel unmotivated, so I'll do it tomorrow. When you let every subtle drop in energy dictate your posture and activity level, you are proving that you have zero frame control over your own body. You are reacting to your physiology instead of directing it. I suffered from this exact same trap recently. For a long time, I was going to the gym 5 days a week without miss. But lately, I've been preparing to make the shift back into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, because my mind was transitioning into a new goal. These last few weeks of lifting weights started feeling impossibly heavy. My motivation dipped, I started slacking, and my energy completely plumped. I felt constantly drained, but over these past few days, I forced myself to walk through the gym doors anyway and execute. And almost instantly my energy increased exponentially. Sometimes getting your drive back feels like a massive hill to climb. But the reality is simple. You just need to start moving and the energy will catch up. A gentleman views his physical body as a tool of execution, not a temple of comfort. He understands the subtle difference between true physical depletion, which requires deep biological sleep, and mental lethargy, which requires physical action. When a grounded gentleman notices himself slipping into a state of sluggishness, he doesn't surrender to it. He doesn't grab a third energy drink, he doesn't open TikTok for a quick dopamine hit. He steps outside, he takes a 15-minute walk, he forces oxygen into his lungs, he changes his physical environment. By taking control of his physical state, he reestablishes mental clarity before the day can pull him under. Rest recovers your body after intense labor, but movement is what recharges your state when you are stuck in neutral. The next time you catch yourself feeling completely drained in the middle of an unproductive day, don't default to the couch. Treat that heaviness as an alarm bell telling you to get moving. Take a brisk walk, hit a light workout, get fresh air. Demand more from your physiology and watch how quickly your energy rebounds. Now I want to hear from you down in the comments. What is one habit you currently have that is secretly draining your daily energy? And how are you going to fix it starting today? Drop your thoughts below, let's start a conversation. If this perspective resonated with you, hit subscribe, join our school community down in the description, and follow the journey over on Instagram, Alex Gavin and Gents Circle. Until the next time, stay grounded, keep your momentum high, and move with purpose.